is he really starting on time? No, yeah. It's 4:20 on the East Coast of the United States and Canada. And thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Norma G in the house. Alex, Healthy Hearts is here. Books, yes. I'm on time, Books, yes. Can you believe it? First time ever, wasn't it? John Lindsay, John in the house. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday. Richard Goddard, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, everybody, for always being here. Thanks for being such an amazing community. Thanks for joining us at this live from the community, for the community. And thanks, Ben in the house, too. I just saw that. Really, really amazing. I'm really excited for this one because we talk about one of the most important things that you can talk about if you are a home grower or if you in general have to do with a plant. Because yes, we can all grow plants, and autoflower genetics like our G Breath or the G Donuts and so on make it very, very easy to grow a plant from seed to harvest in a ridiculous amount of time, like very, very, very fast. But yeah, once we get to the point that we chop that plant, the plant is down, we come to a stage where it's not always that easy, where we can mess up so much. We can have the biggest and most amazing fire you can ever imagine, and yet you mess it up in post-harvest. Thanks so much. Der Anbauer is in the house, MF Texan, Wales 2020, Semper Grows, and so on. And you know what I forgot? It's 4:20. That means we'll need to take a puff together. What's everybody puffing on? That's some Mango G. Big shout out to Scritchy of the Mango G Auto in here. Thanks so much, Scritchy. Great job. Yeah, what's everybody puffing on, and what is everybody enjoying right now at this 4:20 on the East Coast? But where I am heading right now, it's not yet 4:20 there. He has another 3 hours before it's 4:20 there. My dear friend Lance from Growth Bags. Lance, my friend, how are you going?
What's up, man? I'll let you take it in. You're giving something for me to look forward for in a few hours. But yeah, man, all is well. Dealing with some heat just like you, although I'm in the upper 20s, 70s, 80s here versus the heat out there in Italy. But all is well, man. How have you been?
Good, hot. Just very hot. Just like, it's the Mediterranean right now. It's very, is a bit overheated, a bit too much fires all over the place. But yeah, you know, what can we do? We'll embrace it, try to lay low. And really, I have to say, I don't get quite as much stuff maybe done that I usually would get done. But I think I try to embrace that. I try to embrace every day lately because we're hustling, we're doing our thing. We're doing we're trying to get a lot of things done. But if you don't get as much done as you might want to get done, don't harp on it. Don't always be hard on yourself because it's not going to get anything more done, and it's just going to be the opposite. It's going to be you be down. So I'll try to embrace it. I enjoy, even if I'm too hot, just what are we going to do? Cry?
It's true. It's true. Got to deal with it. And we appreciate Mother Nature. Look what she brings us, at least for those of us that outdoor grow. I mean, that is something where you have to trust in Mother Nature and let it take its course. And again, can't beat the heat,
And you can see how those plants, we always say, big shout out to Sonnenerde, Tim in the house, of course, 420 Things, everybody for tuning in. You can see when these plants, which we usually in indoor conditions, let's talk Celsius, even though I should talk Fahrenheit probably right here.
It's all good.
You want them to be 25 degrees Celsius, something in that range. That's a really good range where you want to keep those ladies. Yet, if it's 45, because in the sun, 50, 55, if they get enough oxygen and water to their roots, they're going to stand there more, and they grow so fast. You can see that this energy there, okay, they can use it. It's just different because
Very
I think
true.
in general, like we talked about this a lot, and you are very old school in that sense. You're old school, no-cal, outdoors. Like you can see there is a big difference in what the plant like and what it doesn't, and it changes so much from indoor or outdoors.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, I kind of kid around. I call it, I'm a Mother Nature grower, not a God grower. I have such a finite amount of control over what happens with Mother Nature. But to your point, you got to take and make the most of it. Be mindful, that respiration's real when it comes to these plants, and it's any plant. I mean, we've talked about the Sebastian, doesn't matter if it's basil or tomatoes or whatever I'm growing, being conscious of what's happening in the environment. But you have to be that much more in tune with the plant when you're dealing with the outdoor. Because to your point, we have swings. I'm now in SoCal, but we have the same kind of swings up on the hill in NorCal. You'll be anywhere from like at night, especially with the marine layer coming in, you can easily reach down into 50s and 60s, into the teens. But then by the middle of the day, you're in the upper 30s, to your point. You're easily hitting into the 80s and 90s during the day. No. So there's a big swing, and overall the girls like it, but you have to be conscientious. And you have to make sure that everything's on point. You're keeping that pH balanced and the rest of it. And sometimes Mother Nature forces you to take down early. I mean, for us in the South, oftentimes our heat wave won't come until September, sometimes even early October. And I do try to go full term. And so do keep them in the ground at least until Croptober, if not early November. And to your point, 1 year we hit would be equivalent of the low 40s, triple digits out here in SoCal. I had to take it down. I mean, you literally started seeing the trikes starting to switch over from clear to amber to, and it's like, they're like,
shrink up, no
one anymore. Yeah. So you do have to be on the ready, but I definitely appreciate, there's certain things and variables that even indoors is a challenge. I've learned that a lot from you, you mastering the art of indoors. So it's been interesting.
I mean, I always say like it would be really nice to have like a consistent 20 degrees Celsius at nighttime, and a consistent 25 during the daytime, and you have like one consistent hour of rain. Like it would be nice to have that, but that's not how it works. But to that degree, you've been like around the plant for a while, and because we are talking post-harvest, once you like chop them, like how is that like compared? Like how was it back in the day when you were first around the first grows in NorCal? What would the people do? Because they were like, like it was still prohibition times, and nobody had a modern day dry room.
Yeah, no, not at all. And candidly, it was in my early, 13, 14 when I popped my first seed out of a random bag. And to your point, that was 1990. That was just when Prop P was passed in San Francisco for medical, but that was just specifically to San Francisco. So to your point, our state didn't even move to a full statewide medical legalization until 96 with Prop 215. So I still was working in the prohibition days, and even being a younger kid and watching the hippies grow. It's one of those things where it was a different time. We didn't have the technology. I mean, you didn't even see HDXs and totes being used back then. That was even before turkey bags. A lot of the guys were utilizing, if you can believe this, brown paper bags. They're using paper bags not just for drying in some instances, but curing based on your environmental and how safe you wanted to be. So it's evolved. The technology's evolved. Everything, and this again, from the soil all the way to the final plant, processing, everything has changed so much, and it's all been done by us. It's all been done by the community. That's the thing a lot of individuals don't understand. We don't have any of these massive R&D budgets like the agricultural industry has, or big tobacco, big alcohol, big pharmaceutical, the big three, as we say. Like they have all these endless resources to constantly evolve. And we're doing this all bootstrap amongst guys like all these growers that you have in your audience. We all come together and what's more efficient, what works better, how can we optimize our yield and put out the best quality product at the end of the day too, for ourselves and our friends to enjoy,
100%. I mean, obviously yesterday we had another company, one from Germany, which I think is going to make some waves because they're called dry firm bags. I don't know. You heard that?
I had a feeling that's who you're we're friends with them. I have total respect on their technology.
So it's very interesting, and it is just like literally closes that gap, and it just like You know, this, he explained it yesterday, to have like this no oxygen or almost no oxygen around during this drying process makes it such a game changer, because you have such, you know, like oxygen is our friend as long as you want them in the roots and the plant is giving it to you. And at night, obviously, the plant also needs oxygen. Like there, it's okay. But as soon as the plant is dead, no matter if you make rosin, if you want flowers, no matter what you do, oxygen is going to be the one who is your number one enemy. You know, even the heat is only the enemy because in the end of the day, the volatiles, you know, they're going to go in the air and then they're gone. Then, you know, so that's like the main thing. So it's very interesting.
It's a trifecta. Yeah, you nailed it, Sebastian. We talk about it, and this is a good segue into talking about pre and post harvest, right? So we are very much dependent on these things, not just for plants, but for human beings. But to your point, light, oxygen, and moisture. These are these three elements that too much of it can be a bad thing, too little can be a bad thing, but having that balance. So you're 100% right, not just that moisture content within your substrate. Again, whatever that is. I'm an organic soil guy. I respect, you know, cocoa corn, whatever else others are using, but like that moisture content in your medium, that ambient moisture that is your relative humidity. I don't want to talk about dew point because we're not weathermen. That's not really relevant. I'd say more so moisture content and relative humidity. But then to your point, also the oxygen. You can have too little, too much. I mean, CO2 is our friend on the harvest side, but it can also be our friend on the post-harvest side. To your point, keep those good things sequestered within that environment. So, and then light. We need all that light for photosynthesis, obviously, what occurs during the growing process. But then light is actually a big enemy in post-harvest, no matter how you look at it. Like we don't want it in dry, we don't want it in trim, we don't want it in cure, we don't want it in store. So it's this balancing act of these three elements out of the five that are very important in all growers' lives, or they should be.
It's just as I said, like a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago or so, we talked about how to grow really big autos, and we like came, you know, in the end of the day, a lot of aeration, like oxygen available in the root zone, and a very light medium, so the roots can just go and go and go and go, and they have enough space. That will lead you to, in most cases, if you don't mess something up, like get it too wet in between, so it like capsules itself in almost. I see that when you overwater. But anyways, so again, we have the oxygen, and it plays such a huge role, and it plays the other role again. And of course, we have the other factors that of course, ray is energy. In the end of the day, any ray, any light you'll get is energy, and you don't want the energy because it's going to cause a reaction. That's the same with the heat. You know, it's going to cause a reaction. So it's very interesting. And so when did this idea, because I know, you know, I've been using Turplock bags for a while now, and they have been helping me a lot. I like glass too. It's really nice. It's just very impractical in many, many situations. That's just for my personal reality. I have beautiful jars and it's fun to fill them. And but in reality, if you're not around to keep the control, or if you don't have a self-regulating control ventile or something with it, plus if you know, we talked about it a few years back when I was in the caravan. It's like, I had like one glass, but this is just, it's heavy. And it's dangerous because it breaks all the time, you know, like, so that's why when I came to this. But how long have they been on the market now?
We just celebrated, along with Duke and our friends at Mary Jane. Interesting, there's a few companies in the space. We celebrate our 10-year anniversary earlier this year, last quarter. So we've been around for a decade. Modified atmospheric packaging, which is what is the secret sauce, if you will, which makes it more than just a bag. That's something that's been around for quite some time. It's become more popular over on your side of the pond, but over here, we've been exposed to it in the, again, agricultural side. But anyone that goes into a grocery store that buys ready-made salad that comes in a bag, a lot of people think that it's nitrogen flushed, argon flushed, some sort of noble gas flushing. It's not the case. They put it in a bag that creates that perfect environment for that plant to continue to thrive and be as strong as it can be, which doesn't matter if it's spinach or salad or fill in the blank. Like, there needs to be that ideal environment for it to stay as fresh and crispy as it can. So that's what we've done, and we applied it specifically to this space. But you touched on something. Again, having that right amount of moisture, it doesn't just matter during the grow, it matters in post-harvest. All of us as growers, when we go through the drying process, keeping that perfect space. A lot of guys 60-60 for 10 to 14 days. So obviously in the lower, as far as relative humidity, upper 50s, lower 60s, but let's call it like 10%, 10 to 12% moisture content as far as bound water. Like, you need to keep that as a really good balancing act, and you don't want it to dry down too fast. You don't want the room to get too hot. You mentioned how sensitive trichomes are, specifically the terpenes within the trichomes are highly volatile hydrocarbons. You hit 68 degrees, all of a sudden, or low 20s, high teens, all of a sudden you're coming into a challenge of losing that good stuff. So it's very important to balance that in the dry, but that's what we do in the cure. It's interesting. People would be surprised for me to say, if I were to use anything besides our technology, I would use glass. That's the only thing, in my opinion, that's comparable. I wouldn't use turkey bags because they're nylon. They allow too much oxygen and moisture to transpire through there. I also wouldn't just throw it in totes or in jugs or containers. Glass is the other thing. It kind of keeps more of that controlled environment. But obviously with us, to your point, it's that no burp cure. Literally, we are the originators of the burp-free cure. Like you said, dry it, you trim it. Sometimes people wet trim, most people dry trim, like myself. But once you trim it, you put it in the bag, you set it and forget it. And it's nice because not even when I was high, I'd take the lids off all my jars in the closet, and then 2 hours later, watching Netflix, would remember that I left the lids off. Like, for it to truly be maintenance free, none of this automated stuff. Like, literally, it's just pushes out the oxygen, retains the CO2, balances that relative humidity in that environment. That's all you need, So it does make life
more
easier.
than that. Even it's just not being there.
Yeah,
it's just, if you're not there, if you need something which you can just be 10 days gone without any issues. That's just something which is important to me. That's why I'm a big fan of autopots to water. There will be a really interesting interview coming out with, I think his name is Jason, but I might be wrong. The owner, the founder of autopots. And I just came by on the Sunday, late at the Sunday of the Mary Jane, and I saw him sitting there, and I said, you just happen to have time. I know it's been a long weekend. Yeah, and we sat down together, talked for cool. 20 minutes. Yeah, that's why I love these trade show and these moments, these random moments. You get them either on a Sunday late, or maybe even on the Thursday setting up. Like, you'll have like a special moment like that, and to capture that. And I did, so I'm very excited to release that video. Maybe that's even cool. Next week.
Yeah, and Autopot's a good example, man. That makes your life so much easier. Again, it's not like a full-on set it, forget it forever, but man, it makes things easier. And the same again with us. Like, I have friends, just as a quick example, a buddy of mine up in Quebec, and this is a cool hack for those that do use our technology. He had a big 5 kilo, so a 10-pound bag. And whole plant hangs, as most of us try to. If not, then you stem hang, second best, right? So he literally took a whole plant and put it in this 10-pound bag because he had to leave on vacation, and he didn't have time to actually, finish bucking, trimming, and getting it into its perfect state. He came back a couple of weeks later. He said that was the best cure he ever had, because it actually started the cure on the vine, right? It started the cure on the stem before he even got into trimming it. So it was one of those things where you wouldn't expect it, but when you have technology on your side to be able to at least stop that clock, or at least shift from one process to another without having to go through a step, that's really, it's a savior. We spend so much time, and especially when you're full-term outdoor. I mean, my plants are in the ground for months and months. I plant it March, April, I take down October. I have long run. And so for me to ruin a crop that I've spent 5-6 months working on, that's catastrophic. And it's not just me, it's my friends, it's the people I hook up and the people I do trade with. Like, it's something that is a bigger deal than just, I lost a pound or a pound and a half of flour in takedown this year. So it definitely makes
no, 100%. It is just like, if you just take care of your personal, and as you said, it's just like you are. Maybe you want to do something, as you said, trade or enter something in a competition, or so on and so on. And that's what I think is the sweet spot. And this is why this is so much fun, because we can think about everything on a very small scale, as home growers, while is it commercially successful in the end? Like you don't always know, you know. So I said that yesterday, like to have the plant. My favorite way, imagine I never have done it so far, would be I would like to have one of those really big dry fern bags.
Yeah.
Right. Chop the entire plant, put it in there, and hang it in a giant canitrol, right? For the time it takes until it's ready to be like trimmed, and then once it's trimmed, you'll put it in a growth bags afterwards. Yeah. But then you'll return it into an environment like the canitrol, somewhere where you can still have the perfect maintenance of your surrounding thing. Yeah. And then you'll have it. You'll never run into that issue that you're going to be over dry or something, that you need to rehydrate, because of course you can rehydrate as well, but it's not going to do any good, you know.
Yeah.
So
that's huge, man.
So interesting too, because they don't really rehydrate, but they also as I said, they don't let the oxygen in, yet they let the water vapor out. And if the water vapor inside would get lower than the outside, then it drags water back in too, you know. So like it's a dual permeable thing. So it's very interesting to see all this evolving and really having these options available nowadays. So what do you give people as a first big tip if they start maybe want to get rid from the jars and start with growth bags? Is there like a secret like we all haven't heard yet?
I would say, if you're just kind of done with babysitting your buds, and again, if you want to make sure to maintain the quality, consistency, potency, because that's one thing I saw improve. I candidly, again, having grown for about 35 years now, I had friends that always appreciated my flower, but never really told me necessarily I should compete. And that didn't happen until I started using our technology. So, I definitely am a full supporter of it. But the one thing I'd recommend is just making sure that the rest of your practice is on point. It's not a magical bag. It's not a miracle bag. It's good in, good out. So again, being passive, modified atmospheric packaging, you mentioned rehydrating buds, and for a few out there, you probably know my history. Like I worked for a company that specialized in two-way humidity control. That was fine. But then I had an epiphany and I'm like, wait, you should never have to reintroduce humidity to the equation. Once you take down, what you're doing is you're stepping down that humidity radically at first. So it's a bit of a hockey stick, right? You're dealing with a biomass that's got 90 to 95% moisture content in it. So you're taking it from up here and you're dry down pretty aggressively, again, over a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then once you get it to a cure, you're stabilizing it, right? So you're never wanting to come back up. And another thing that you kind of alluded to, but is true, the best metaphor I can say is like a genie leaving a bottle. Again, once that moisture is gone, it's like if anyone's ever tried to rehydrate a sponge from the inside out, because that's what this flower is, right? It really is kind of this sponge. Everything, all the good is on the outside as far as expression, but it's got this bound water in the middle. So if you're trying to rehydrate a sponge, in most instances, you have to soak the whole sponge to get to the middle. You can't introduce moisture from the outside that will fuse to the inside and end up at a higher moisture content than the edge, right? So trying to reintroduce moisture, again, not against it. If your flower gets too dry,
I was about to say it's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. If you have like flower which is about to just like, and you can rehydrate it, hey, you'll get more back, and it's going to be definitely better to consume than that dry stuff. But
and that's
you should never let it get that far. That's the point.
Because you can bring back what we say, right? You always hear us about. You can bring back the squishability, right? Like you can bring back that. So you can bring back the squish and the smokeability, but to your point, you're not bringing back the terpenes. Again, highly volatile hydrocarbons. So again, if there was an option, if I got too dry, of course I'd use that versus some of the old hacks we did, like lettuce heads or tortillas, right? We used to use all these different hacks to kind of slowly reintroduce moisture back into the equation. But again, you don't have to worry about those things. You just keep that moisture content at the right level. Again, good in, good out. Huh?
Remember lemon peels?
Oh, yeah. Well, in orange too, before Tangy Kush was There's even a cultivar. Guys that use orange peels and try to
You
claim
even
that's the
you
cultivar.
even infuse it slightly, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
also because
Yeah.
it is water content in it, but it also has a high
terpenes.
no,
Yeah.
no.
So many plants have terpenes. I mean, that so many plants have trichomes that people aren't even aware of. You know, I have a friend who's a photographer, Chris Candy Kush, and he definitely he talks about all the time with some of these shots that he captures out in nature. But it is, again, it's one of those things. As far as best practices or hacks, I just say good in, good out is the best way I can explain it. Make sure not to rush the dry. Make sure to take your time on how you trim. And then once you put it into the bag, we say as little as a week or two, it'll surpass your glass within a week. But one thing I learned, and it's interesting where you're living now, Sebastian, one thing I actually learned from some Italians out at Spanibus back in 2017 was doing a long, slow cure. You know, they know a lot of places, not to pick on the Netherlands, and I understand because of the laws and regulations there. For those that don't know, it's a gray area like Spain. You know, they rush. A lot of them don't even do the cure. They just allow that as a natural progression as it gets to the coffee shop. But if you can do a longer cure, and we actually tested, so the Italians told me, hey, at least 2 months, up to 6 months, they cure their bud out there. So we actually did a test and, you know, partnered with a lab. We said we wanted to, normally we would do tests up to 4 weeks. I'm like, let's do it to 8 weeks. And we saw again that we surpassed, you know, all other direct competitors in a curing environment. But then it went up on a linear, and it actually maxed out on both the terpene and cannabinoid percentages at 8 weeks, and then it just held it. So I do always recommend to people, again, I know you're anxious to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you guys. If you can cure it a little bit longer, allow those sugars, allow those things to take place, because the plant is not dead. You cut off the head of the queen, she's gone. You cut off a plant, it's still living. It's still trying to regenerate. That's where the CO2 comes from in our bags, you guys. It's the plant off-gassing to try to regenerate itself. So it'll put out a couple percent of oxygen, but really it's off-gassing CO2 to try to regenerate itself. We actually sequester the CO2 and the oxygen dissipates. But that's the thing, is allow that time for it to cure. Even if you guys are still using glass, give it a couple of months. I promise it'll be a much better end product than only giving it a couple of weeks.
Might be, but let me tell you this, in my opinion, is that the stuff that wins cups is rarely that stuff. It's the stuff which comes fresh off the shelf. Like it's like, if it's cured 5 to 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that's it's just there's a certain smack in the nose of it that I think that just like, I mean, maybe there's different competitions, and I'm BSing here right now. Like, but my experience, which might be much more stuff which has been going on in Europe in the past years, right? Yeah. Definitely, that's the stuff which usually wins, because it's just in your face. It's more aggressive. It's more in your face. And then I think that first impression matters much more than we sometimes want to believe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because then I think people judge it differently a little bit.
We do. We judge with our noses, and I'm more of edibles, definitely an edibles judge, and more recently a concentrates judge, although I have judged flower cups. And I do take a certain weight with the smell and the texture, but the smokability in the end, the UX, as we say, the user experience at the end of the day, is the most. That's why I don't really care what the numbers are. I mean, as an example, some of the old heads back home on the hill, they're still smoking forbidden fruit. Again, the median percentage for THC is about 16, 17%, no matter how you grow. But the terpene percentage is usually around 4 to 5% versus 1%, which is a national average here. And by the way, THC national averages are 21.5. So it gives you an idea, it's not that much lower. But the way it hits in the experiential, that's what I put the emphasis on. That's always what I highest judge, is what that overall well-rounded, how's the high. So I know
it's the concentrates for me right now,
dude.
And it rarely. There's exceptions. There's exceptional good ones which don't impress you when you smell them, like definitely, but it correlates much closer with rosins.
It does.
Fresh frozen products, and even
BHO, which is having to come back. I'm more of a fresh frozen. I'm more of a solventless, but I totally respect the BHO movement coming back. But you're right, it is different how it expresses and then how it's been processed. The longer cure here, though, has been a success. Chris from Ball Family Farms gives an example of how he just came on board with us, utilizing our product more. But he threw some flour in one of our bags for 3 weeks before a competition, won it. But then he said he is floored by the amount of nose that was on that flour after the 3 weeks. So it is one of those, I think, in your point, people that do the traditional cure, sometimes shorter is better, because again, what's happening every time you burp it? You're letting out the baby with the bathwater. That's a problem. Is, yeah, you might be letting out some chlorophyll, but you're also allowing oxygen back into the environment. And we talked about earlier, oxygen is this plant's enemy post-harvest. You don't need oxygen, you don't need light. Moisture, you need a balance of moisture as a preservative and allow things to constantly
it's the
evolve.
60 is really good from just to get that in there, is because you want to set your air conditioner to 60, because that's the lowest you got, and when you're drying, you're probably most likely too warm, but that's always going to be our issue. And then the other 60 is, don't let that one run all the time and be that at 30% humidity. You're just going to get it crisp on the outside, and on the inside, it's still full of water. It's not going to work. So that's where the other 60 come in. And that doesn't change if you use a growth bag, if you use a glass, if you use a dry firm bag, if you use whole plant, if you cut the plant and things. Yes, the exact numbers might change slightly, and they're slightly adjusted, but keep it cold, like not over like 70 for sure, not, like keep it under 70 as good as you can. And keep the humidity, depending on in what stage you are, never over 62. Let's keep it that. I mean, that's amazing if you can keep it just right there. And for some stages you need it lower, like you will need it lower in between, but never get it too low. And you can have it lower if you have, of course, if you're using dry firm bags, like you can have the humidity a bit lower. It actually helps because it like makes it, go a little faster. Funny enough,
wicks out the moisture.
You need it faster, because otherwise it might take you a week extra just, and any extra time, even with low temperatures, introduces the risk again of any, like thing turning up, so.
And that's why we like those guys. Like, they're trying to sequester and keep it a controlled environment. So to your point, like, we're keeping it a controlled environment. We're not exposing it. And that's why a lot of the LPs, and honestly, being a medical patient first as a cancer survivor, I care about the medical side too. And that's why a lot of the medical LPs do like us, because it's one less touch point. People going in and opening and burping, like, it's exposing it to risk. So keeping it in a controlled environment. So firmware does that too. And not that, like you mentioned, like a Canitrol, nothing against a college fridge like that, like a smaller fridge. A lot of people don't have $1,500 US to be able to buy that. Some people need these.
It costs like €2,500 over here, I think.
Yeah, that's nice.
But it's not replacing it. That's the thing. Sure, if you can regulate yourself a room to somehow a temperature which doesn't go over 70, which for me right now would be impossible to do. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, like I would need some cooling device, and the fridge will take it too low, and it's also a little bit of a too wet environment for in that sense. So it's a little bit, it's a very, very. I love the Canitrol. I love drying with it. I love keeping things in it. Like having it as a storage unit where you can put all the stuff and you have it not trimmed, you just leave it in there, have it like set to the right settings. And this is it's a comfort. As I said, it's not replacing each other, but it's a bigger investment. So start investing with the smaller. That's why I believe the guys of Dry Firm, I will have him on here, Delbas, he was talking very, very passionate about what he does, and a lot of knowledge.
They are too.
And so that's why I love having you here on and always talking all the time, because I feel like every time we hang out, we're having a good time, but we're also geeking out.
Oh, 100%. That's anyone that's passionate about the plant always seems to be gravitated towards each other, us included. We definitely, when you eat, live, sleep it, you love it, you enjoy what you do. It's priceless. So definitely enjoy it, man. And I always thank you for having me on. It's always fun catching up, and especially, opposite side of the pond, and seeing how Good Genetix is doing. Love supporting and being a part of it.
Thanks for always being there. And yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna put it in the comments. So guys, don't forget afterwards to comment. Like in a comment, we're gonna select in a week or so. We're gonna select somebody for What is it? What have you given usually away in these equations?
So what we're gonna do is, and it doesn't, if you all are in Europe or US, so sorry for those that are maybe in LATAM or in Africa or in APAC, but for these two regions, for Europe or the US. And we'll throw in Canada as well. We'd actually have a post-harvest growers kit. So we'll have several of the smaller bags, like Sebastian pointed out, your stash bags. And then we'll also have some of our curing bags, which are for both curing and storage. So half kilo, pound, probably a couple of kilo or 2 pound. And then just put a nice assortment along with some swag for you guys. So we appreciate the love. Thanks for all the comments for those out there. We definitely have growers love. One thing with Sebastian, we always talk about, it's one of our mantras, from the community for the community. I love how you embrace that, Sebastian, because we're the same page. I mean, half a dozen of our employees are growers, both indoor and outdoor. And so we love giving back to the community, and you guys are the reason we're here. Like, you all are definitely the reason we came up with this technology. So always love giving back. So do be sure to drop your name in, and we'd love to get you a kit out.
Yeah, so guys, just like, I don't think you can comment right now. So you need to comment, and I will put a pin always. I put always here on this YouTube channel, or also in the German YouTube channel. There's always like some sort of pin in the lives. If there's another company, like yesterday for the dry firm bags, go over to the Good Genetix Germany, put that in there, and make those guys send it out to America. That would be even more interesting. So because I think this is a technology which, like, needs slowly introduction, just like growth bags also needs. It's like a lot of skepticism, because it's good to be critical at first, to question things, and then make your own experience, and then just say, yeah, what works for you, what doesn't.
Yeah, just do the Pepsi challenge, as we say. Just try one of our bags next to one of your jars. Burp your jars you normally would. Don't do anything with our bag as you should, and then see what the end product is. Your nose knows, and obviously your mind knows even better when you try the two. So definitely give it a shot, and let us know if you have any questions.
Shall we get the two guys who are trimming in the background? Let's go. No stress training, because they've been trimming all this time. No stress training. How is it going over there? You're trimming the S1.
Hey guys, yeah, exactly. This is the S1, so got a few more branches left here.
How does she compare? Hey, crazy man, thanks for tuning in, and also you've been trimming. I've seen you guys. You've been busy.
Good seeing you guys. I'm going to pass the torch. I'm going to jump on to the next. Sorry you're in trim jail, but just know what the reward is at the end. I'm telling you. Love it, man. Got to hook you up with some more.
Hey, the only jail I'd rather be in.
Dude. Love it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So thanks so much for being here.
We'll talk
really soon.
Thanks for the info.
Catch you guys a bit there.
Later. And we got glitch tapes in the house as well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. No stress training. No stress training. So how does she compare in comparison to the FF? Because you have the FF now compared to the S1.
So it's the buds are smaller but a lot more frosty. I think it's like pretty much covered in white trichomes, and but the growth was a bit longer and a bit slower as the fast flowering. So just as expected, pretty much.
So did you press any of her yet? No, not quite.
Yeah, I did make the first pressing, and my first impression was that it's quite shadowy. So it was like really shadowy. Let's see, yeah.
Oh, it looks nice though. How does she smell?
I haven't tasted it. It's a bit, looks a bit like a honey piece, like this, the comb or the walk. Yeah.
Like a honeycomb. Yeah, okay. I got you. What does she smell like?
Similar to the others, to the fast flowering one. So cherry.
Yeah. Quite more intense,
cherry.
Sweeter.
Sorry.
A bit sweeter or a bit more intense or so? Would that would interest what your impression is?
Yeah, it might be a bit sweeter, but I think the other one was still smoother. So I only smoked it once today, so I need to do a proper smoke test. But yeah, it might also be the curing or the drying, because I did dry it differently this time. Since I was gone for like pretty much 2 weeks, and and then so I just hanged it in the tent, and then put the dehumidifier at 60%.
Yes, Mary, please. Yes, Mary, please test it out. Go in the greenhouse would be love. So you hung them up, and normally you wouldn't hang them up for that long.
Yeah, they hang a bit longer, and I also hung the whole plant. So usually I cut it into branches and then let it dry for about 10 days. And this one, I think it was 12 or maybe even 14 days. I need to check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, it's interesting to see how crazy she is with the trichomes, but yeah, how relatively small. Like she's very much. I think you'll really have to hunt her. That really makes sense with SS1 for sure. It's just definitely because I think there's some strains of it, like you won't have a huge yield in flower at all, but they will wash really well. Like they will just have huge return rates in the sense that it makes sense to wash them, because I mean, I saw the photos on your Instagram. They're crazy.
Yeah, really like sparkly, and I don't I haven't seen anything like that. So yeah, it's a good job on this one, I think.
Well, that goes all back to the creator of Super Above Sherry 26. Like really, I think it's called, they are called G, or now I don't know. Like now you get me. The guys who did I don't know the breeder. I don't know who did it. But yeah, that number 26, that is just ridiculous in a ridiculous way. And you could see crossing her with herself is like, whoo, she is like interesting. She has definitely a lot of strange phenotypes for sure. You know, but none of them are bad. They're just, you know, some of them are low yielding, but ridiculous colors and ridiculous amounts of trichomes. So, but like, yeah, I can't wait till you really let maybe that rosin cure for a while, like maybe a few days, and then you'll tell us how it is.
Yeah, we'll definitely. You can see how sticky the scissors are. Even, I mean, it's got so much scissor hash I got here. So yeah, nice.
Oh, that's nice. Mary's gonna come in. Is gonna show us her garden. That's going to be lovely. What are you curing or drying over there, Glitch?
This is Super Boof and the G Breath.
Nice. I like it. Old school on the hanger. What kind of environment condition do you have right now going on? Can you keep is it cool? Can you keep it cool enough and the humidity in the right range?
It's been hard to keep it cool because it's been hot as shit here in Ohio. And
okay.
Yeah, so it's been close to about between 65 to 70, trying to keep it close to there.
Nice. Well, it's not bad. Thanks so much for showing us. Mary in the house. Hi, Mary. How are you doing?
Hi, Sebastian. Coming in from the greenhouse. It's still a little warm in here, but better. Here's my first tea breath. This is the one that started shooting up first that I decided to super crop and try to get the bottom shoots to come up. I don't know. Can you see it better this time?
A little bit. You're still gonna have a hard time for tomorrow. You still might want to get yourself something, a Wi-Fi intel, but for your own show. For us right now, it's okay, but it's definitely a bit glitchy, a bit blurry. Or is it only for me like that?
No, it probably is for everybody.
Yeah.
I wanted to take you back to the. This is the other G breath.
She wants to grow to the sky.
Fall. So, okay, I've gotten a lot of flack for this on YouTube. I posted a video the other day because I up-potted her because she was starting to tip over and she was in the 3-gallon. So I placed her, cut out her bottom and placed her into a 10-gallon. And she seems to be adjusting really well. Oh, thanks, Norma. I'm sorry it's so blurry. I'm going to figure out tomorrow night. But you can see the size of her, I hope.
Wow.
Oh, we can see the size, that's for sure. She's gonna grow a bit more. It's gonna be interesting to see her. She's just gonna be one massive baseball bat butt, I think.
I can't remember what day she is, but I want to say it's like she's like day 37 or 38 maybe of life. She just went crazy. So, but I am keeping track of trying to record lighting and make sure she's getting the daily light intervals because people have been commenting that I'm getting too much stressing. So I took my, I had something up on top there.
I mean, down the line, this is such a lovely greenhouse. You'll need to put a really nice LED light in there, and then you can.
Yeah, right. I mean, you can't see them probably, but I have stuff that's almost ready for harvest that's doing really well. So
wow, nice.
I'm hopeful.
Oh, beautiful.
But yeah. All right, I'm going to go jump back on my computer. I just wanted to kind of show you around, and then I can answer any questions. But unfortunately, you can't.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
It's really beautiful. So, did you grow that one which you just showed me? The one which is almost ready for harvest. Was that? Did you grow that the whole time only outdoors?
Since it was like 2 weeks old is when I started it outside.
Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, that's really, really nice. That's and
a
nice
super cropped. I super cropped that one because she was stretching a lot too, and that's why I decided to do the same thing with the G Breath number 2. And like I said, all her side shoots were to the main stem when I started, and a lot of it has to do with too much heat during the day and then the cool temperatures at night.
Yeah, and then relatively high humidity and relatively then you had a little bit the light covered for a while, which makes absolute sense for the ones which are a little bit further, but for the ones when they're just starting to veg, they were like stretching a bit for the light then. But like, yeah, I mean, they're beautiful, they're healthy, so that's the main thing for me.
Definitely.
Always.
All right, well, I gotta go figure out what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. Maybe I'll be taking pictures and showing it on my live stream instead.
Beautiful.
Look, Wales is in the house too. Thanks so much for coming in.
All right, I'm gonna go jump in back in the chat.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, or see you in the chat. Ah, who's that guy? What is he doing? Ah, there's everybody else. Wales in the house. Yeah, if anybody else wants to show their plants, they're more than welcome. I'll put in the link in the.
I'm smoking on this G Breath. Woo-wee! Chef's kiss,
Tell us
bro.
about it.
Oh my God. It's creamy. It's fruity. It smacks. It's so smooth. Not hard. You got a little cough in there, but it's not a harsh cough. It's, oh my God. Chef's kiss, bro. You did fucking phenomenal with this one.
Nice. I'm glad. So was that the one you harvested first, the smaller one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the small one I harvested first, and then right behind that got 2, one super booth, and then the 3 of the G Breath. Yeah.
Nice. I can't wait till you're gonna try both of the other phenos as well.
Yeah, I think the super boof's probably going to be.
Wait, that's the one. That's a super boof Sherry FF.
Yes, sir, it is.
That's nice.
It's about to enter flower.
Can I see that pot again? Because that's quite impressive.
My daughter made this pot, and I got a friend hanging out.
I love it, but the best thing about it is the size of the pot and the size of the plant. It's like respect, man.
That's something I'm playing around with. Just seeing.
Do you have it constantly sitting in water to be able to do this? Like, do you have it like on a little saucer and you always fill water in the saucer or so? How
it's
do you
outside.
keep it? Yeah, outside.
Yeah, and it's got like a decent little mound around the bottom of it when it sits out there, so it's wicking from the ground a little bit.
It looks beautiful, man.
Thank you, man. I think this is my favorite plant that I've grown this year in pot.
This gonna be like also 4 times the harvest of all the other ones combined. Like if you like just let her keep going like now, that I would maybe repot her. To be honest with you, if I would repot her now before she goes into flower, yeah, for sure. Repot her now and give her some good like root, like let her go get big, and then she's gonna give you good good yield in the end.
Yeah, so doing it about that window right before flower, I didn't know if that was a risk or not, but I'll try it, no doubt. Because I got a bigger terracotta pot that I can put this one in. Yeah. Healthy and happy.
Mary, that was such a smart idea. Yes, make a video tomorrow of the grow and then have it in your life, and then you'll have full control from the studio, and then you'll know the quality is gonna be good. So Jay, I think Wales is gonna hop on eventually. Crazy, how's it going over there? How is your trim jail?
Oh man, I appreciate these problems. You know what I'm saying? It's
I think we all do.
Quite a bit of the white runts from Barney's farm in here.
Nice.
It was a really, really, really impressive harvest. I don't think you can go wrong with Barney's Farm Genetics when you're doing photos. Yeah, man, like not extremely leafy, but the terps beautiful. I feel it's tasty right off of the cure, like right off of the dry. Like I've been trimming it up and rolling it up, and it's been tasty. Like I haven't had nothing really that tasted good like that right off of the dry. So I can only imagine what it's gonna be like in a month from now in like a fresh lock or a terp lock bag.
Can't wait for you to grow some of them Super Booth Sherry FF, man.
Oh yeah, that is definitely. I really want to drop those next for sure, because
I think I'm gonna have some interesting ones. I have a few other crosses of her, and I think I'm gonna make them somewhat available in like small quantities, or like something available soon. Some photo periods, also crosses of the Super Buff Sherry 26. So, but they're all different crosses. There's like some punches in there, like a punch in there, like an FF punch. And,
wow!
Yeah.
Yes, we need
some
all
breath
the
in there, like the Mendo breath photo crossed with the Super Buff Sherry 26. We're gonna drop that soon. So
that'd be insane.
Oh,
yeah, the G breath.
That would be insane.
I need to get a light.
What do you say?
You're gonna have to
content?
Moisture content. It's a moisture meter from 454 bags. I fucking love this moisture meter. It's like $45 US dollars. No, $40 US dollars. But 11.1. That's almost a perfect fucking cure. Yeah, 11.4.
Hey Berlin Grow, hey BEM Genetics, all of you to tune in. German crew in the house, Dom in the house, and Richard Goddard also in the house. Thanks everybody for being here. Afterwards, leave a comment down below, because there's going to be a giveaway growth bags. If you came in a little bit later, go check out. Lance dropped a lot of knowledge earlier in the first part of this before we switch to trim jail. And I think Autogrowth Wales is gonna come in. So if anybody else wants to show something, I can. Thanks also Mario, of course, for being here and showing your grow. And I'm glad we figured out that you rather go tomorrow make a video in your live, Mary's live tomorrow. I think 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. Sorry, I don't know. Mary, put it in the chat so we can share. Always really fun, grow and grind. Also here on YouTube. So you'll need to check that out, and Mary will show a video of her plans, which will be not very. Texan is in the house. Let's say hi to Texan. Hey, Texan, how you doing, mate?
Man, I just saw you guys. All my plants are little babies.
Of course you saw us, brother. Thanks for being here.
Oh, that's the homie right there. What up, Texan?
Crazy.
What's the word, bro? I need some bail money.
We have, bro, it's in the closet, so it's fucking humid as fuck. I got the closet, so it's a little hot. All right, here we go.
Somebody said it wasn't possible to leave a comment on the video, last Thursday video. Maybe we can need to check again. Usually, even with it being age restricted, it should be possible. It just needs to reload. But if it doesn't work, then we'll find out the next time another way to give the stuff away, like the growth bags, or yesterday the dry firm bags. Like if you go yesterday on the Good Genetix Germany channel, you can also leave a comment there, and you're in the pot for getting some dry firm bags. So yeah, thanks so much, Norma, for showing us that. No, now Texan, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sorry, this one got it's got on the side here. But there's
dying
two
on the
there.
side, but that's okay.
Then we got this is one of the jealousies that you sent me.
Oh, the Ginana, yeah.
Yeah. And then we have some stone dragon genetics, and then we got the homie this is from LVOG exclusive, so it's the buddy Josh. So that's what we got in here.
Thanks so much for showing us. And what have you been smoking on? Because you had some of that G-Breath yourself, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I actually sent some out to one of the guys, James. I sent his beans that he posted it on the can. They fucked that G-Breath fucking smoke so good, so good.
Yeah, it definitely hits hard. How are you feeling? Because you've been smoking on a good one of that one tonight.
Oh, this one right here is this is Kush right here. I'll show you guys right now.
Yeah, but I was saying to Glitch Tapes, because Glitch Tapes is puffing on that G-Breath as we speak right now, live here.
Oh my god. Smacking, I'm fucking stoned. Last night.
Texan, we still hear you, but we can't see you. Right?
There we go.
Ah, there you are.
So I got him. That's the bullshit there. So I got. You see this shit? Hey, my fucking me. Gotta be smarter than the phone. There it is. All right.
There it is.
God damn, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Anyways. Like I have so many fucking jars and shit.
I like so much from the bottom of your heart, you're laughing crazy. It's beautiful. It fills me with so much joy, man. It fills me with so much joy. Thank you.
I thought I was muted, bro. I know I laughed so
It's hardly crazy. You can laugh. And then we have the homie here in Vegas. The cold room. What the fuck? There it is. It's the Captain Crunch.
Nice.
Fire, brother. Fucking fire.
I know those jars when there's like a little bit more to scoop out, but not that much. I know that feeling a lot. And it gets less and less and less. You have to be like You have to be careful.
So bad it hurts. You like want to get the cap hot to try to melt it down to get the last little smudge out.
Yeah, we got all those. We got all the shovels.
All the shovels.
All the shovels. We got our little. I've been fathering these cats, bro. The little kittens. Bottom feeding these girls, girls.
Oh, that's a cute cat.
Yeah, looking. That's not him, but that's another motherfucker. That's the devil.
Oh, a nice little Persian. They're sassies. They're sassy as fuck.
Yeah, I got plenty of cats. I shouldn't say that, but I have like 7, 8.
Save some pussy for the rest of us,
Terps
bro.
in the house. Chasing Terps in the house. It's gonna show us this garden. Hey, Chasing Terps. How you doing? Let's take a look at those ladies. Looking beautiful.
Nice. It takes a second for the camera to calibrate.
Can you hear us, Chasing Terps?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
No,
Yeah, we hear you now. We definitely hear you. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Nice. Thanks so much for tuning in and showing us the garden. We've been like lurking on it already. Thank you.
Hey, I gotta apologize. I can't hear you guys very good, but I'm gonna show you what I got going on. Majority of this stuff's fast buds back when Sebastian was preaching a good word over there. But now that I know what you guys are up to, I kind of want to try some of your stuff. But I'll give you a little rundown. This is a guava.
Yeah.
I started them when they're really cold, so I had them in and out. I don't know. This one was kind of finicky. It just didn't really grow crazy.
Yeah.
But it's got some pretty good frost, and it smells so good. Kind of hard to do this with my cell phone, but. And then this one's a strawberry
all
gorilla.
good. It's just a bad connection in terms of internet speed, I think, and then it just gets blurry. It's a little bit of an issue. So,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
apologize. I mean, if anybody wants to see more of my stuff, I got my channel up. Feel free to pop over and check out what I got going on. I'm gonna be kind of doing like
thanks for coming in and showing us.
Just kind of show the progress of what's going on over here.
You got to get you hooked up with some Good Genetix, and then you'll just kind of see those. So what is this? It's like a greenhouse you're growing this in?
Yeah, so it's one of those cheap little hoop houses, 15 by 7, 7 foot tall. You can see that thing in the back. That's an Atlas Seeds wedding cake. It's only 38 days old. This thing is ripping, man. It's almost
Crazy.
5 feet tall already. But this one here is the strawberry banana.
Nice.
She's starting to pack it up a little bit. Yeah, sorry, my internet's kind of screwing up on me here. But
no, all good.
Yeah,
sometimes it also is if you're like randomly connected.
These are wedding cake autos. I got them going
Nice.
from hydro. These things are cranking too, man. They're only like, I think, 21 days old. But yeah,
Nice.
I got the guava, strawberry gorilla. I got a gelato. That's the Atlas Seeds wedding cake, strawberry banana. These two here are the wedding cake autos. And then I got a photo back here that I've been hanging on to for a while. This is Dutch Passion, I think California Orange. But she's getting pretty big too. I got some little babies down there. But yeah, I'm kind of just going for it this year and seeing what I can get out of it. I feel like I stunted these ones a little bit because they don't seem very tall, but they're pretty thick.
Yeah, depends on the generations and also the breeding and so on. Like there's so much factors to it. Like I think it's genetics kind of at some point.
Yeah. The purple is starting to come through on this strawberry gorilla too. And I didn't do any defoiling. Only thing I really did was I bent some branches and I used some tie downs. I'm trying to do something new here. I've always been the type to fuck with my plants and constantly pick leaves off. And I really feel like that just slows the plant down. I think if you're going to do it once, do it at the right time. and then let the plant do its thing. Because what you're doing is you're like confusing the plant. Every time you pluck a leaf, it's like, ow. It starts sending over juice that way. You know what I mean? And in the end, I just feel like the buds aren't getting as big. So I'm kind of going for it this year. 0 defoil and just kind of let it rip.
We'll get you hooked up with some Good Genetics for the next run, and then I'll just can't wait to see those thrive in your things.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
Frankie is
I'm kind
already.
of broke these days, so if you want to send me some, I'd be happy to try them out. Honestly.
We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out for sure.
But I got.
We lost him. He got lost, but yet we're back in Southern California.
Hey, what up, guys?
I think your microphone is like overreacting a little bit, Frankie, or who's this?
Is it? Let me take one out. Right? Hopefully that's
Jason.
better. What's up, guys?
Yeah, that's much better, man. Hey, Frankie, how's it doing?
Hey, what up, guys? Welcome to my bar. I'm just showing off the seeds. I ended up just getting one of each, is what I ended up getting. And I haven't popped them yet because my flower room's not done yet. So as soon as that's done, these are going in.
Nice.
That's going to be fun, man. How's everyone doing?
Really well, man. Really, really well.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Let me take that background off. Shit. Oh, we'll just leave it. This is my bar. I'm just hanging out, watching you guys.
I know. If you want to see Frankie's bar, you can go to that video when I was visiting Frankie's house, but I won't tell you where you find it. You'll have to find it yourself. It's a home visit at Frankie's. That was good times. That was good time. I felt very, very welcome, but like also thank you, Frankie, for always where you're showing up, showing like how welcoming and how warm. And man, you're a hardworking man. You're a hardworking man. You really like that. You really like to make everything perfect and get it into.
Oh, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Yeah.
I know.
Always. I just got done remodeling my pool. So, you know, I'm trying to make that happen, make it look even better. So that's even awesome. I'm not in the grow room, but we can go in there if you guys would like. What's up,
Sure,
chat?
you can show us around. You can show us some soul fire. You got some soul fire in there, right?
Yeah, I got some soul fire in there. Oh yeah. Let me take my beer. I saw you drinking and I was like, man, I gotta have one now. Shit.
Now we're losing connections again. I don't think that necessarily always. My friend Books, the bottleneck is this. I really think that a lot of people do not have a good connection in their grows for some reason, and maybe it's all the electricity running also interfering with your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I should have good connection over here though, for real. But yeah. Oh, damn, it smells great in here now. Woo!
It's really nice to see it like this now, man. I really like that. The way you changed it up, made it like an open, like a whole like row
yeah,
with
made
like
it open.
with the wall and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see right there.
Beautiful, man.
They're looking nice, man. They're looking good. At least, yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is all the soul fire plants I got going over here. And then some more over here. It's fucking hot today, dude. I can feel it. I know Texan could probably feel it too, man.
I bet.
It's a hot one. Okay, these were my mother's, and I just said, fuck it, let me flip them. And then, I put a scrog on them that I 3D printed right here. Made my own scrog and stuff. And I was on one of the lives, and one of the guys was like, push it down more. So I kept pushing it down. And you can tell where I did it, you know, like. But it looks great, man. Fuck yeah, I like
Looking really good, man.
I'm liking this scrog. Yeah.
I can't wait to see all those autos in your grow, man. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then in here I have a watermelon emoji from High Again. I got freeze-dried donuts from 420. Got some clones in there. Yeah, man. Little area in here. I don't know if you guys can see.
Nice.
2x2, and then damn, it's hot in there, dude. What the fuck? I found a little spider back there. I'm just gonna keep them there, leave them there, just in case.
We have I have a pet praying mantis. Like, no, literally, I like started being nice to it and like, you know, letting it be encouraging what it's been doing, and it's been now 2 times already transformed. Now it's quite big, like already like this big. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. They're always outside, bro. They're always walking around outside, the little ones. You always see little ones walking around, little mantises. Yeah. This is my setup. I bought that V-Seed one, so I'm not going to be using this one no more. Whenever I think it comes out next month. I should get it next month.
What is that? The new VivoSun thing?
Mm-hmm. I thought I'd fuck it. I was like, fuck it. I have enough points. I had enough points to like get it for like $30 or some shit like that.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So
Amazing.
like, might as well, you know? Fuck it.
Right.
No.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, right. Hey, good to meet you guys. I don't think I ever talked to you guys. Director, crazy. I've seen you before. I don't know if I met you at MJ. Maybe. No stress. What's up, bro? I'll follow you as soon as I get out of here. I saw that link in there that Norma put.
Nice meeting you, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I have a bunch of shit over here. I make my own distilled water. I have a distiller. Where is it at? Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. So I'm always doing back there. Yeah, back there, right there. You can see it. So I'm always making it just to put in the humidifiers, you know, so it doesn't get that white shit everywhere. And
Just use distilled water, then you don't get any white shit.
oh yeah, and that's it. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah. But they're looking
good though, man. How long did you let those veg for before you flipped them?
So that we were just talking about this a little while ago in the Discord. I don't keep track of dates. I don't write nothing down, nothing like that. I just go with the flow, and I see it, I feed it, I clip it, and let's rock and roll. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
If I want to check dates, I'll just go on Instagram and look at my posts. That's it. I don't do dates. I kind of know already, like where it's at. I'm sure you guys know too, just by looking at the plants. You know.
I keep dates for breeding, and that's about it. So not for grow. Like I have flower.
Yeah,
I have plants and flowers and stuff like that. My plants are like this big, big. They're in tiny containers. They're just like, you know, I'm not having a serious grow. I'm like growing in like crazy hot conditions. Also not easy and blah blah blah. So, but yeah, I don't keep track of any of my. If I really need some flower to grow some flower for myself, I don't like. But if I do breeding, yeah, I do keep track of dates and yeah, that's just like that's the part about it which is nice for somebody else to do. Because yes, I feel you. I do not like to keep track of anything. I just go with the flow. I feel you 100% on that one.
Yeah, I feel it.
That's true, man. Well, I just made some purchases. I just bought a 25-gallon to replace that 100-gallon for these plants. And then I bought a 12-gallon, all auto pots. I bought the 12-gallon one for the 4x4. And then I bought 2 Trader Grows. That I'm thinking
choice ever.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
best
put it like
choice
right here in the
ever.
middle.
Let me
A
tell
Trader
you,
Grow,
best
a Trader
choice
Grow,
ever.
And then the plants, you know, and put the Trader
Best
Grows right in the
choice
middle. You know, yeah, right.
Best choice.
I was like, that's enough. I'm done. I've heard so much.
That's how I don't.
Fucking done.
I don't even have the tank full all the time because it's very hard right now. But the only way for me to really keep plants alive in these small containers and bring them all the way to harvest, you know, is on a tray to grow. Like, and I have it outdoors, and the water is ridiculously hot in the tank and stuff. But it doesn't matter. It's still hydration. It still works. It still does. Jackass, by the way, in the chat as well. Thank you so much for showing us your garden.
A beautiful outdoor place.
So I can't wait for that, dude. I ordered it like 3 days ago. So let's go.
Nice.
Cheers,
As soon
Sebastian.
as these are done, they're gonna take its place.
Cheers, guys.
And if they work as well as everyone does, cheers. I'll probably just put all Trader Girls right here and say fuck it.
You will
Yeah.
You will with the trade with
will,
roads,
huh?
yes. Once you do it, once you experience it, once you realize you just can put one of those bud cups from bud trainers, you know, you can just put one of them on there, and you can literally bring a plant to harvest in that thing. Just let it stand there. It will grow a bit. The
Man,
roots
that's
will
so
grow a
cool.
little bit on top of the thing, but it'll be fine. You know, it'll be completely okay, and it'll give you a big yield with a decent, you know. Depends on
Yeah.
what you feed it, obviously, you know.
Yeah. I told Hi again. I was like, "That's it. I'm convinced. That's it. I'm buying it." And I'm quick, so when I want something, I just do it without hesitation. Yeah? Like, oh,
Makes
shit, what
sense.
did I
Live
just buy?
life, man.
What
Live
did I
life
just
to the
buy?
fullest, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I like the wheat drinks, bro. Wheat drinks are
Oh my
awesome,
god.
dude.
This one, it's a choke cherry lemonade, lemon haze. Oh my fuck. It's probably my new favorite drink. That's why I got it.
Ooh.
Oh, dank as fuck.
Yeah, I tried a couple at the dispensaries, just buying them, the 100 milligrams, just buying them, and I like them, dude. They're pretty good, dude. They make me feel great.
Yeah.
Jackash, can you hear us? Because you're showing us your garden. Can you hear us? I haven't heard you yet, man. I'd love to see the garden.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can
Cool.
hear
Tell
you.
us a
Can you
little
hear
bit.
me?
Yeah, we hear you. Can tell us a little bit
Can you hear
about
me?
the things. We just got a little delay.
Okay. So all the little ones here are all the autoflowers. These ones here are purple mindset. And then the ones beside the bigger ones are the XBB. They're a photo period cross that I made.
Nice.
Oh, and then on the other side, I got a few different breeds here. I got a Do-si Do autoflower right here. Then I had some purple chemo. Here's a purple chemo here, or a Moby Wonky Moby. This one's a Moby Wonky Moby.
I like that name a lot.
That's a good name.
Maybe I want to be creative like that. That for my square name for next ones. Like maybe that's an inspiration. I like it very much.
Very nice. The Moby Wonky Moby and the purple chemo both came from Butterbean Birdseed. They're Canadian
Of course.
company.
That's cool.
The Canadas.
And other than that, it's all my own breeds or mixes, I should say, not just my own. I mixed some with some fast buds, the purple mindset. I mixed up the guava, the gorilla skittles, northern lights. I think that's
Beautiful.
I think that's it. Maybe a couple more.
Looking good.
This is all just a little patch. I can bring you over here to the main garden where we got all our photos. Try to get here quickly. So over here I got my the new crosses called the Mr. GZ. And that's a mindset, purple mindset, Syrian runts, crossed with gorilla skittles. And then I crossed those with 6 different breeds as well. It's these here ones. These were just started in July. So they're coming along really good. And
Beautiful, man.
some of them have already started to bud.
Beautiful.
They're not the biggest plants, but autoflowers, and that would be the second round of autoflowers. The first ones we were just looking at, they're almost ready. This is another autoflower. This is one of the Moby Wonky Mobies.
Nice.
it hasn't quite went into flower yet. It's just at pre-flower, I think. Sorry about the camera angles. It's really awkward.
All good, man. All good, man. Looking beautiful.
So awesome.
Then for the photos, we got this one's a 94 strawberries. It's coming
This
in
is the
huge.
jungle, dude. I love it.
Definitely gorgeous,
oh my
man.
God. Just keeps going.
Right on, thanks guys. And over here I got one of the Chad Westports, no joke.
Yeah.
It's that one here. And behind
That
that,
no
I had
joke? What'd you say that was?
That's no joke.
Yeah, no
The
joke.
no joke. Oh,
That's
hell
the-
yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's the no
Chad's
joke.
the man.
That's no joke.
Yeah,
Beyond.
she's really taking off here now.
Those leaves are just massive. They're just like them headies.
Aren't they?
I only see
massive.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you don't even have to. Yeah, see, we knew it. We knew it. Yeah.
they're like chestnut leaves.
Wow.
Bigger.
What
Look
the
at that
fuck?
thing. That's what the outdoor does, man.
Yeah, no
just
joke.
make 'em grow.
Awesome.
No joke.
Crazy.
Nope.
This one here was calves docks cut.
Huh.
It's a really interesting one too. It's all these ones in here are just starting to just take right off now.
It's great.
And behind, I mixed up some of the labels, so I didn't know exactly which one that one was. It's one of them. And then over here, I got a strawberry banana crossed with a gumma cookies.
Crazy.
Dude, I've messed up
They're all,
labels
like I
so
said-
many times.
Yeah.
And
So
then
this
all
whole
beautiful
strip,
regard,
where did the label go? I must have put a
Wales,
label.
did you want to still come in? If Wales
not
wants to
rolling
still
without
come
a
in,
label.
come in now, man, because it's getting late. I don't want to keep all of you for too long, but glitch tapes, we're gonna start our giveaway tomorrow or Saturday or so. Like we're gonna do something, no?
Yes, sir. I think.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Saturday at the latest, maybe. Pop that open. You got some G breath in there. I love these
That's
bags,
not though.
man.
That's not though from the giveaway.
Nice.
Just by the way, that's just something
Yeah,
he
that's-
grew in his garden. YouTube, don't misunderstand this. That's something he grew in his garden that has nothing to do with the giveaway. You know,
Yeah, okay.
we're giving away
Yes, sir.
fruit
Nice.
peels and some Good Genetix and some that's how to make glitch tape, right? That and
Yeah,
the
that-
access to the lives.
Yep. Fruit peels. How to make a glitch tape course. How to make a glitch tape course is going to be pretty dope. Everybody gets that. It's going to be a pretty cool giveaway. And people will tap into our newsletters and see some of these things that we're working on behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's been a long time in the making. Yeah, and I'm stoked for everybody to get these beans out to them for sure. It's been fun growing them myself, so I'm excited for everybody else to grow them that hasn't got a hold of them yet.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Thanks so much for making it happen. We're gonna drop a fun little video, a promo video, and we're going to just like have this next week going on and leading up to the end of July, where we're definitely going to do something different again. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this one, man. Thanks so much. And thanks so much for promoting independent people with your glitch tapes.
Man, it's my honor. I feel like it's my duty to help bridge the gaps between creatives and cannabis and the communities that we all work our asses off to build. We shouldn't be at risk to lose them any second, and keep going through what we've been through with our platforms and community. So it's an honor to serve this duty that I'm called in action to, for sure. Now's the time.
100%. Now is the time. We'll have to just have alternatives. Come to the Good community. On the Good Genetix website, there's two different ones. There's the store and there's the website. So on the website there's the Good community for now. We might move it again somewhere because we do want to be completely independent because it makes just sense. Right now it's like running through another platform, which doesn't make sense really in our industry. So let's try to connect on many different levels. Maybe we'll move these lives down the line to Twitch or something like that, just because you're a bit safer there. And sorry for having you waiting while I already put you on stage for all this time. Auto Grows Wales in the house. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, man. How's it going?
All good, all good. So we've been talking about post-harvest, and obviously now in the end we've been more hanging out and puffing and philosophizing and showing each other's growth and so on. We know each other for a little while. You've been growing autoflowers for a while, and you've had it already figured out to a sort of science for a few years now. But what do you do post-harvest? What's your trick to try to have the best flower in the end of the day for consumption?
I don't have any tricks afterwards. I don't think there is many tricks. You've just got to you get to the end, depending on what system you're in, flush them properly. Watch the buds like anything. You can go by days or this, that, and the other. Your eye is better than any catalog will tell you. And just watch them, and then once they're down, I don't think there is any mega formula. You just got to try and keep them. Depending on where you are, Sebastian's got the same as me at the moment. It is fucking hot. So
yeah, it's summer. It's always the problem. Usually, you don't have. If you grow photoperiods, you don't have harvest in the summer. Technically, you know what I mean. If you grow outdoors, so you only run into these problems with autoflowers. That it's crazy hot. When you want to try it, and that's always that's always an issue.
Trying to control it is impossible at the moment. It's impossible. It's just all you've got to do is just trying to get it in a rough zone where you think, okay, that's okay. If you've got to add bits in, you've got to wick some water into the room. We used to do this. Cammy used to do it. Cam. He used to do it. He used to put a bucket of water with a stick, a cloth in it to try and wick water into the room, try and bring the humidity up. It was fucking so, just try whatever you can do, especially in this heat. But if it's outside of that, the hardest thing is getting everything to finish on time.
Even if you can, try to get it as cool as you can, and don't let it get. Try to have it in that range that you can actually dry, and then you don't just prolong it for that it starts fermenting on you before it's dry. That's kind of what you want to.
You're in the same situation as me at the moment. It is just trial and error. It is just so hard. You've just got to sort of get through it because you're kind of more used to these temperatures. In the country where I am, we're kind of not used to these temperatures, so it's fucking really hard because the houses and all the bits and pieces, everything that you've got, are not geared up to deal with the fucking heat, so it's fucking hot constantly. But otherwise, when it's normalized, it's a normal thing of just getting your fans right, your humidity right, a bit of wicking going in there, and just fucking going by the feel. And I do agree with you as well, Sebastian. Sometimes the more cured weed, it's not the same as she's straight done, she's this, you give her a fucking little bit in a jar, she comes out, you smoke that. Probably going to be the best bud you smoke out the plant. Usually. I think. I mean, the cured weed is lovely, but it never passes that first fucking joint you have, does it?
That's why fresh wheat a lot of times wins cups, at least here in Europe. I mean, I've been saying it before. That's just my experience, what I've watched, like, and that's what people have given me advice even from South America.
The old videos from Dutch Passion where they cure it for 6 months. I've cured for 6 months. I've cured for longer than 6 months. I don't think that
I've never cured
be
longer
better.
than that.
I'm not kidding.
That's crazy, bro. Cure for 6 months?
Yeah, cured for 6 months, easy. Yeah, I've got stuff up there now.
Holy moly.
Yeah, they've been curing for a long time.
Sorry. Someone had to say that. Holy shit.
But
storing it. Okay, yeah.
Curing it as well, but I'm storing it in the right way.
Yeah.
And they know what fucking is in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've got my
okay,
own
Now I
bags
get
down.
what you're saying.
Once it hits a certain amount of time, it's just like it has the effect. It has everything else. It just doesn't have that touch on your tongue, the same as it did. Do you know what I mean? It's the same as like having the fruit that you've preserved and the fruit that you ate straight off the plant. I think it's that similar sort of comparison. That fruit,
I mean, it's sometimes different compounds of it get maybe a bit enhanced or stuff if you have it at the perfect levels and so on.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that smack. That's what it is in the end of the day. That's terpene smack. It's, I mean, maybe some strains don't need it because it's like just cured to perfection, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, I think that's what also, that's what leads in the end of the day usually to wheat winning, which is just have been ready, dried, and a little bit of stored in the right kind of condition, and then put it in something and don't open it for like 2 or 3 days, and then give it to the people, and then that's what you need.
Yeah, it's because when it comes to like a cup winning, it's the same as like a fucking Michelin chef. Yeah, it's the aroma that hits your nose, it's your eyes that you see. Everything else happens before you eat it or smoke it. So I think all of those things enhance the thing. If you don't have that, I don't think it's the same. It's as good. Don't get me. I'm not saying it's crap, but what I'm saying is that first bit. It's that your nose.
It's a special one, and that's what usually convinces the people. But like, what was the counter theory of Lance earlier when we started this, and this is what it progresses through 92 minutes and 30 seconds, is that he was saying like they're just proving it. Like in California, they're like literally throwing it into growth bags for for a few months, and it that's what they usually do. And then you put it in for just 3 weeks and you give it in, and that's just also has that smack. Everybody starts loving it again, and they don't know how they made it happen. So there's definitely a lot of things happening, and that's exciting times. But
I'd say, right, for if you were doing it probably on the level that they are, right, a massive level, it's quite easy to sort of segregate a bag. It's like there we are. That's been in there 6 months.
Yeah, in a grow bag,
Yeah, easy. That's been in there 6 months. That's strawberry gorilla. That's been in there 6 months. I smoke it every now and then. It's lovely. It's lovely smoke, this, that, and the other. It is never as pungent as the first day I put it in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or within the first week or two. It's never as pungent. It never is. And that's probably why your rosin is never as good out of a cured weed as it is out of a fresh one. Probably the same principle.
I can see that.
That's why I like live rosin. Like when the plant was fresh frozen, everything fresh frozen. I love it so much because it preserves the original taste of the plant. And that's why I am having this kick. But so for me, fresh freeze the material and go wash it and make rosin out of it is probably my preferred way of doing it. Have I ever done it in a way that I really enjoyed what I did and I enjoyed the process? No. So I rather take my time and make some videos about other things first before I'll have that patience to do that, and keep on pushing out some nice genetics. And for the drying and curing, funny enough, during the process when you do the seeds, it matters that you let them ripe for a very good amount of time, not only on the plant but also while you dry it. Like, don't rush it. And that's really like how you'll have the most viable seeds in the end of the day. So that's, from my perspective, a much more important thing of growing the plant, because I want to make that happen. And for everybody who does that, don't rush your seed plants. Let them stand longer, and let them dry a decent amount of time and a decent amount of, also not in decent, you can be a bit warmer. Actually, it's not bad for seed drying to have it a little bit warmer, but it doesn't harm it if you do it at the same low temperatures as well. So
everything out, don't they? You see, suck everything out of the plant it possibly can. Every bit of nutrient needs to come out of it, and last bit of life.
It's been lovely, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, I got some phenomenal news the other day. So I'm working with Jungle Gym's international market. It's the biggest international market in America, and they just built a dispensary right next door to this international market. And they just told me that they're building out the clone, where they'll be selling clones and seeds in their dispensary. This is a huge call for America. The shift and the fact that they're building the infrastructure for something like this means that in November, I don't think that we're going to be getting our seed yanked. And yeah, so I'm just calling that.
I think we're going to talk about that in the next couple of weeks. I think in September we're going to talk like seriously about the seed ban, like a few times in lives for sure. But yeah, that's always exciting when you see more infrastructure, more things happening, more people collaborating. And actually, there's been, I want to bring it up. We're coming towards an end. Like, there's been a lot of craziness going on in this community. And like, that's like the one thing I really try to do with what I'm doing and what I really believe in from the bottom of my heart is this togetherness, this community, this like, it's us, like we're like real people, and we're building this together. We're all living our dreams. We're doing our dreams, and there's a lot of cool people to work with. And we can't go against each other, because we will have very many differences in ourselves, like about each other. We're from very different countries and very different positions of my life and so on. So I just had to say that, because the Germans, they were like, you out there, if we speak English, are a lot more polite than Germans are sometimes, and like there's like some stuff like, don't do so much beef bullshit. Like that's like the exact opposite of what I want to stand for, and maybe it's naive or whatever, but that's why I'm here, and that's why I hang out with these people, and that's why I have fun, and that's what I love about, and that's what I love about going to these events, meeting you guys, not only here, but also at these events. So yeah, I just wanted to drop that in the end, because there is a different side of this too, and we have to sometimes point it out for a minute, just because we do need to understand that we're nice with each other and we respect each other, and that we're here for our similarities and not our differences, because we all can only talk with each other 2 minutes and we find a million differences. That's not the point, but we are here for unification and empowering for ourselves, like as growers, as these people who stand for this plan. So thank you so much, Wales, that you tuned in. Crazy for always being there. Of course, Frankie's for having me at your house, having like a magnificent taste of beers, and Glitch also for making sure that we're gonna get some of that amazing fruit peels and some good genetics and some love into the Americas, because this, which is coming up on the Glitch Tape Instagram. So you go follow Glitch right now on Instagram to make sure Glitch Tape Studios to participate next week in this giveaway, which is coming up. Of course, if you can, usually you need to reload this page. Like, you're on YouTube, once it's over, reload this page, like, and then go down and put a comment down below, and then you're automatically in for the growth bags. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I think Jackass has been there. Can I put you on stage for a second? I didn't see you, man. Jackass, man. Thanks so much for tuning in, man.
Oh, good, right on. Thanks.
We're on our way
Appreciate you.
out. Thank you so much for showing me us the garden. It's like a whole jungle over there, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you big time. And everyone on the panel, cheers. Good to meet you all.
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Sebastian, did you
So
start a Discord
there is the
yet?
glitch tapes already dropped out, but follow this one here on Instagram and follow my one. Glitch tape is back, but like, yeah, Jack, Ash, thanks so much. Come back another time, and we'll need to get some good genetics in that jungle somehow. That's for sure.
Yeah, if we can, for sure. I'm in Canada, so we can figure that out. That would be great.
No issue. Talk to Mikey.
Right on. Yeah.
Growers love everybody. Thanks so much for being here. And yeah, I'm really excited for next week. We're gonna make some nice things happen. And before that, don't forget to go over to the Good Genetix store if you're interested in anything, or of course come to the Good Genetix community. Leave the comment down below to get some growth bags. And that's funny. That's fucking funny. I love that. I love that. Wait, I keep that. And always remember,
There it is.
420 Sebastian.
Use